A couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Dalton off play action. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
16 more on that one and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another chance for Dalton. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Akeem Hicks showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Dalton now to pass. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Brady now on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me. Like Shadow. 56. They're going to need some therapy after this. 56 to Mike. 50.
Now Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
To throw is Brady. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Go, go, go. Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow. 56, Mike.
Now receiver in motion left.
Let's go, D. Regular, regular. It's our time. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, 60.
On 2nd and goal. Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Buccaneers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Here's Brady to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Brady now on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Play action here with Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's taken it around the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over.
And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 48 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play, consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Dalton. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
This is taken around the 12. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And some room to roam now. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ingram again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Dalton, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 2nd and 16, Dalton. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Throw left side, and oh, he coughed it up! And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep for Julio. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And that is incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown. Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Brady now to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Red zone, it's Brady. Flush to his right. Touchdown! The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the the Saints' 16-yard line. 72 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, it's Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Johnson, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. Shifts by him, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Kamara up the middle.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Dalton operating in the red zone now. He gets it left side to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 36 yards on the play.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
On 1st down, Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
118 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a 1st down.
45. Mike, 45.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Andy Dalton. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dalton. Johnson's got it complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 45. Dalton here from the gun.
That's out to the flat for Ingram.
So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down. And it'll be Dalton again. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So Dalton now.
Into a sea of defense.
Picked off by Levante David. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
45.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Dalton, a throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
It's Dalton. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And this one complete to Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
2nd down and 3.
Dalton now to pass. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Dalton.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Dalton. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. And connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now.
Well, we've reached Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
It's selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Brady going to throw here.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
On 2nd and 10.
Dalton. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw here, Dalton.
There's Chris Olave.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds shown. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really